Good morning, everybody. This is Jesse Ziegler.
And Quinn Cody.
And we're here at the Cycle News Dakar Rally Daily Studios, brought to you by Climb Technical Riding Gear. And today's a big day for Cycle News because Cycle News was published yesterday. And it's free. You can just log on to cyclenews.com/magazine, sign up for a free subscription, and you get everything you need to know about the motorcycle world delivered to your inbox.
Every week.
50 weeks a year. Don't give us that much credit. We only do it for 50 weeks a year.
You guys take 2 weeks off.
There's 2 weeks where everybody takes off.
Slackers.
I mean, I take most of the weeks off, but people that actually get the magazine done, that actually do the work and are actually valuable resources for Cycle News, they only get two weeks off.
Yeah.
They're
gnarly.
They're gnarly. But today at the Dakar Rally, more gnarliness. I did not expect this to happen today. I didn't expect Ricky Brabec to win today's stage.
No, not at all. I mean,
but he did.
I've given up trying to predict what's going to happen.
You say that every year. You say you give up, but then 10 minutes later, you're like, I think I know what's going to happen tomorrow. Tell me what you think is going to happen, Jesse. And I'm like, you just gave up.
Jeez, I know. It's demoralizing.
It's demoralizing, but it's fun and addictive. So this is what went down today. Ricky Brabec won the stage, but barely, 2 seconds over his teammate Nacho Cornejo. So It was tight. Ricky apparently was up front with Adrien and Beveren most of the day, gathering bonus points. They sort of shared that bounty of bonus points. And Adrien was right behind him, 20 seconds behind. So really the top three, another Honda sweep today on the stage, separated by 20 seconds.
Yeah, and then Daniel Sanders got up there in fourth, just 47 seconds back. So really the top four were within a minute of each other today.
We haven't seen that tight of a gap in a long time, which means navigation was tricky generally. Yeah,
and guys were collecting bonus points. I think Ricky had a pretty large amount of bonus points.
It looks like 2 minutes and 25 seconds, yeah.
Yep, and Adrien got about 4.5 minutes. So
they did a good job controlling the front of the race, having that disadvantage to being in front of the pack, but also using that to their advantage to get all the bonus time they can. Yeah. And it worked out for the stage, but does that really set them up the best for tomorrow's stage? We don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know if this was intentional. We talked yesterday about everybody kind of looking towards this stage 11, which is going to be rocky, long, lots of difficult navigation, and lots of time on the table there.
Yes,
so it is. I don't know if this was intentional or not.
Or even a good idea. Even if it was intentional, was it a mistake? Did Ricky make a mistake by winning today's stage? That's a flat question.
Yeah. I mean, I think if he could have it, if he could take it back, and put himself back a couple spots, I think he probably would. Mm-hmm. But he did put more time on Ross Branch. We'll get to the general classification, but he put another 3 minutes on Ross Branch in the general. So, I mean, he's got a 10-minute cushion now in the overall, which I would say is pretty safe.
But nothing's that safe.
But yeah, nothing's safe.
Speaking of the day's results, before we get into general, so right behind Daniel Sanders, you have our buddy Harith Noah on the TVS Sherco bike. He came in, just hot today. Only a minute 50 off the lead. So he almost, was in contention for a podium spot today. Yeah. Almost our top finish by a Rally 2 competitor this year, too.
Great ride for him. Yeah, the Rally 2 guys are really coming on strong this last week. I think, some of the Rally GP riders are kind of fading, dropping off, and the Rally 2 guys are getting up there and mixing it up.
He won't know this, but he had a great ride today because if you've been listening to the show, you know that he doesn't pay attention to results. In fact, he hides himself from all screens when he comes in. He doesn't want to look at anything, and people mention it to him, and he's like, no, don't tell me. He's trying to be like, no spoilers. I just want to race this whole thing and then figure out how I did at the end.
He's going to have a hard time hiding from this one, I think.
Yeah, he got interviewed at the end of the stage, so he knows something's up.
Yep. And kind of what it looks like happened is right at the beginning of the stage, there must have been some tricky navigation because all the top guys dropped way down. Mm-hmm. They lost quite a bit of time there, and then it was just kind of recovery until the finish.
Got it. So pretty good indication of a confusing note or two. It got people spun out, then a few tracks lead other people off, and then pretty soon somebody that nails navigation has to come through, and then everybody can filter in behind them.
Yep.
Got it. See, I'm getting good at this. Yeah, figured it out. I figured rally out, guys.
You're ready for Dakar next year.
It only took me 4 years to figure out rally. What else can I do?
I don't know.
Ross Branch. Let's talk about Ross because he's the title contender here for this year. He
Luciano
finished.
Benavides.
Oh yeah, we skipped Luciano.
6. Don't skip Luciano.
Don't sleep on Luciano. Well, I mean, he didn't have a great day. He dropped 2 minutes and 33 seconds more in the standings on the day.
Yep.
Ross right behind him in 7th place, 3:45 off of Ricky Brabec's pace. There's that, 3+ minutes, giving him a 10-minute deficit to make up in the general classification, which again, we're going to get to that. But getting through that top 10, today's result is kind of telling. Kevin Benavides 2 spots behind his brother, 4:31, and we know they were riding together today. We got some footage of them kind of lost and turning around in circles out there.
Yeah, there's some good footage of those guys trying to figure out probably that first waypoint in the beginning. And
probably. Ashley presents from the Dakar updates and highlights reel has a pretty comedic version of them riding around. He voiced over them. Good. He gave us some dubs. Dovisi, 9th on the day today. He's only 6 minutes back, and that's our second Rally 2 competitor in the top 10 today. So really, like you said, some fractures in the ranks, and these Rally 2 guys are kind of getting in there and mixing it up with the big boys.
Yeah, and there's a big battle in the Rally 2 for the general classification.
For sure. It's getting really
close.
Tight the last 2 days.
We'll talk about this a little bit later.
Last person on our top 10 is Toby Price. He's down 6.5 minutes. So really the top 10 is tighter on this stage. Tough navigation for the guys in front. Kind of let everybody group up a little bit, but the bonus points really set these guys apart in the top 3, but top 3 is 20 seconds. Top 4, 47 seconds. Super tight stage, but really telling for tomorrow and general classifications.
Yeah, this is where it's getting serious for everybody, and I think that they're going to be maybe losing some sleep over it tonight.
Scratching
this
their
next
heads
stage,
stressing out.
Yeah, we can talk about the stage a little later, but
let's talk about this stage and how it went down. Let's hear from stage winner and the top podium guys and a couple other people first with some quotes. I got to pull those up, and let's hear from Ricky first. He was the winner of the day.
Ricky, good job again. It seems that your lead is stronger and stronger.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen the results yet, but at refueling, Ross was putting on a show for us. However, we don't know what happened at refueling. He kind of rode away a little bit early behind a mountain, so I don't know what was going on, what he was trying to sneak or what he was trying to do. But yeah, me and Adrien did a good job, and I'm really happy to be at the finish of stage 10. So with 2 days left, the team's looking really strong, and I'm 100% right now. So tomorrow, the big stage, the Rockies, I'm gonna use some energy tomorrow and just try to secure something a little bit more. So on stage 12, it's more relaxing for me, and I can ride wheelies all the way to the finish line.
As you said, the team has never been so strong, maybe. Huh?
Yeah, we have a new motorcycle, and I was a fan of the old motorcycle, but I mean, dude, the new ones kick ass, and I think everyone on the team likes the new bike. We're all riding fairly well, and the results show, so we're all stoked.
Where has improved the bike, in your opinion?
Oh, the whole bike, the chassis, the looks, handling, just everything. It's a complete new platform. So for us, we raced Morocco on it, and this is our second race. So we've been training and testing all year with this bike. So it's been good to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good insight into Ricky, and more praise for that new Honda CRF 450R Rally. I don't even know what it's called. Is that what it's called? I think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
CRF 450 Rally.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Sounds about right.
It's on the podium a lot.
Yep. It's clearly they're not having issues with the bike. Everybody seems to be gelling with it really well. The other thing that he said was he's talking about Ross maybe doing something or playing some games at the refueling.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. What do you think Ricky's and Ricky didn't know he won the stage at this point when he got this quote. So this was before he got the official time. Everybody else hadn't come in. He didn't know he was the actual stage winner. So do you think he was concerned about Ross at the refueling?
Yeah, I think that for sure they're concerned, they're watching, they're suspicious, right? They're always looking for anything that is out of the ordinary.
Right.
You know, they don't want him to play some game or pull a fast one on him. But I mean, in the end, I don't think Ross is in the position to be playing games.
Right. It's hard to
I think if anybody's going to be playing games, it's going to be the Honda guys.
Yeah, controlling the race,
trying to control it
trying to continue that.
Yes. So, I mean, maybe he just had to, pee behind the hill or something, and for the refueling, who knows? But Ross did finish behind Ricky, and he set himself up. It's gonna be a hell of a day tomorrow because Ricky's gonna be leading out, and it's gonna take everything he's got to
keep that lead. Not lose time tomorrow.
And, you know, Ross is in a good position to put himself on the podium.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, there is 10 minutes there to be made.
Yeah.
Right. It's a long, gnarly stage, probably lots of navigation, but it's really rocky and it's really gnarly. And that's where Ricky's at home.
Yep. True.
So,
true.
You know, for him, it's going to be like racing a, 4-hour hare and hound.
I don't see that much time going away unless somebody has a problem and makes this, the time clock or their wheels stop turning. But 10 minutes is just a lot this year to make up in a stage.
Yeah, it is. Definitely.
Yeah. We haven't seen that big time gap get absorbed.
Ross did it early on. He put 11 minutes on everybody.
Yeah.
But whether he can put it on Ricky
at this stage in the game.
But one navigation error and
time starts going away.
Yes, it does.
All right. Let's hear from Nacho, second on the day today. And we got a quote from him.
Yeah, long stage. The pace is really fast, so for everybody, push hard. I catch Kevin, I pass him, then I made a little mistake. He passed me again, and then I passed him back again. So yeah, overall a solid day. Little couple of mistakes, but nothing too big. And yeah, happy with the riding. Push pretty much by myself all day. And the feeling on the bike is good. We brought the confidence back after the mistake of yesterday. And yeah, 2 more days to go. We're gonna push until the end and finish as top as we can. The podium fight is tight. Ross, Adrien, and me are like in 2 minutes and something. So yeah, gonna fight it till the end.
You're gonna have to, Nacho. Gonna have to.
Yeah, the
fighting is starting. The fight starts now.
Definitely, and this podium fight is a tough one for sure. And gosh, I mean, when you look at his time to Ross's time, they're less than a minute
overall.
Well, no, him and Adrien are less than a minute, and it's 3 minutes. So there's basically 2 minutes that cover the top 3.
And Ricky's 10 for that.
Yeah. The 2, 3, and 4.
The fight for second place is within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Everybody's racing for that second spot.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Anything can happen.
Just shows you how
it's not a given. It's not like Ricky's got a 30-minute lead and he's just out there on
the podium
cruise control. He's going to have to race.
Tight. Everybody has to.
We could see something similar to last year where if Ross makes a truckload of time on Ricky tomorrow, we could see going into stage 12, these guys having to race all the way to the line.
Take extra risks on a short stage that should be more like a parade. Boy. Let's hear from AVB, Adrien van Beveren. He came in hot on the heels of the top 2 today, and he's got a quote from today's stage.
Yeah, it was a good stage. Like the navigation was really tricky again. At the beginning, I was feeling so slow because I was trying to find a way, and it was difficult. Ricky arrived at the refueling, and from then we rode together. It was nice to have him. I pushed to open because I do the job for the team, and I felt good on that. But he was checking all the way, and sometimes I was confused, and he could show me like where he think to go. And yeah, it was a good teamwork. And it was really long. At the end, my head was smoked, but the knot was together, and I knew it was easy to make a mistake. We did a small mistake close to the end, but overall we solved it. And yeah, the road book was really tricky. So I feel we did some small mistakes, but could have been really worse.
Small mistakes at the end, but led with Ricky all day.
Yeah.
So, great day.
And, you listen to him talk and then you listen to Ricky talk, and it's like you have two different perspectives, right? Adrien seems smoked. His mind is tired from trying to navigate all day. And Ricky's like, I'm 100%. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I got to win this thing in tomorrow's stage. I have to secure this lead and get out of here.
And I like Ricky's confidence and his confidence in his navigation this year is really good too, because the road book's tricky and he's not really saying a word about it other than just he's getting it done.
Let's hear from Ross Branch today. See if we get any insight from Ross about what happened today out there and maybe some time clues on where that time's going and why it's going away.
I was going for it. I gave my everything. I made a couple of stupid little mistakes where I lost a bit of time, but I had a good day. It was fun, I enjoyed it, and riding with Toby and Quinty was fun. I look up to the guys and really respect them. So riding with them and having a bit of fun is what it's about, and I enjoyed it. Ricky stepped up the level and he's doing well, and it's going to be hard to catch him, but we still got one more long day, and we'll see how it goes.
So you will still believe in it?
Oh yeah, for sure. You never stop believing. It's the finish is only when the checkered flag finishes at the end of the race. So we'll keep on fighting right till the end. And who knows? Maybe we get lucky, and we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, tomorrow will be a crucial day with a long stage and difficult stage with a lot of stones, and so everything can happen.
For sure. This is racing. Anything can happen in 100 meters. So I'll just give it my best shot, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, thank you, Ross.
Thank you, guys.
Ross sounds like he's in a good spot still, even though he lost quite a bit of time today. His famous quote earlier was, it takes 10,000 kilometers to win the Dakar, but only 1 kilometer to lose it. So he's well aware of the race not being over yet.
Yeah. I mean, you got to love Ross's attitude. He's always upbeat and, ready to push to the end. So it's going to make for some entertainment for us.
It's already entertaining. Look at this general classification result up on the screen if you're watching on YouTube, but here's Ricky Brabec in the lead, 44 hours and 45 minutes of race time logged after this stage, and Ross Branch is right behind him, 10 minutes and 54, call it 11 minutes behind him. They're both really similar. They've both gathered some bonus time, but Ricky's really gathered more bonus time leading the front of this race, and they both have the same penalties. So what a tight race, like just a great race for fans of this race to get into, the second to last stage tomorrow. To have these guys 10 minutes behind, to have Ross starting in 7th behind Ricky's got a lead. Like, it doesn't get much better than this for popcorn time.
No. And Nacho, he's 13 minutes back. So 13, 14 minutes back from the lead. So that group's, like we said, is really tight.
Yeah. Adrien Van Beveren, 11:46. He's only 40 seconds, 50 seconds behind second place at this moment. So Ross is going to feel pressure to get up and challenge Ricky for this lead. But he's also going to feel pressure from behind because Adrien Van Beveren's less than a minute behind him. Yep. Behind him is Nacho, another half a minute.
Yeah, basically they just have
Ross
to
is
go
getting it
for
from every direction. He's surrounded by the Honda Fortress here.
Yeah, I think there's no strategy at this point. That's one thing that those guys finishing in the front today did, is that there's no strategy. It's just they just got to get out there and race. And this is cool.
This is cool. Yeah.
When we get to these these Dakars where it's like guys are playing strategy and they're slowing down, and he's going to make 10 minutes in the dunes tomorrow, and the race is over. That's boring, right?
It gets boring. Yeah.
But these guys got to race all the way to the finish, and Nacho's not out of it, right? Like,
no, not at all.
He could pull something off tomorrow, and
it's going to take one small mistake from the front two guys. Nacho could get into the lead overall in this race easily.
Yep.
13 minutes. You can make that in a stage. We've seen it before.
Yeah, this is all possible.
Pretty exciting. Kevin Benavides is the first non-Hero, non-Honda rider. So the KTM Group champion, winner of this Dakar Rally, 32:43 back, lost time today.
Yeah.
And, basically, unless something catastrophic happens to these front runners, he's not looking for a podium position at the moment.
The KTM guys have they've been off the rhythm this year. They haven't been able to, that gap opened up early and they haven't been able to close it up.
Yep.
And yeah, it's been a tough year for the KTM brands, and unfortunate that we didn't get to see them up in the battle too, because this could have been
another powerful mix into that soup on the top of this.
Definitely really tight.
Toby Price right behind Kevin Benavides, his teammate. He's 42 out, so quite a bit gap between there, separating Toby out of the top 5 too.
Yep.
Then Luciano's in 7th. He's 51 minutes back. Then we get to an hour behind, essentially right on the knot. Daniel Sanders in 8th place. Stefan Svitko's in 9th overall. And Mishek is in 10th overall. And there you see our first Rally 2 competitor, Romain Dumontier, creeping there in 11th place. But if you look below him, if you're watching on the screen, 11th, 12th, 13th. All these guys are really stacked up in Rally 2. And we could talk about Rally 2 a little bit because this race is, like you said earlier, getting really tight towards the end of this race as well.
Yeah, we need to look at the Rally 2 stuff, and I think we have some good clips from the Rally 2 guys. But yeah, that, like you said, Romain Dumontier he's leading, but he's only 4.5 minutes ahead of Harith Noah.
Yeah,
who
really come up on the later stages. You know, Harith finished 5th today, the best finish of a Rally 2 competitor, except for Bradley Cox, who finished 4th on stage 2. I think it was earlier, but
it was early on.
So it's really cool to see these Rally 2 guys step up in here. We have a video from Romain Dumontier. Let's play that right now. See what we can get some insight into this Rally 2 class.
Romain Dumontier, currently leading the Rally 2 and 11th overall. You're in a really good battle for Rally 2. How's your strategy for the next couple days?
Actually, there is no more strategy. We have to push because the gap is closed. I had on the 40 hours stage, I had some problems. I ran out of fuel and I lost 50 minutes. So without that, I think I can be more quiet, but sometimes shit happens. And so now I have only 4 minutes gap on the second place, and today I had also some problem. Today I broke the axle of the swing arm. My frame was also quite damaged. So also today I had some problem and I lose some minutes. So yes, we will push tomorrow and on the last day also. It's not over.
And what's your background? How many Dakars have you done?
It's my third one. I started rally in 2022. It was my first rally. I finished second in rookie class. Last year I won also the Rally 2 category. I was also winner of the World Cup last year. So yes, it's my third one Dakar.
If you win, do you not get put in Rally GP? Or you're still allowed to do Rally 2?
I don't know. I think maybe I will have to go in GP, but for next year, maybe. But for me, it's not my goal to go in GP because I'm still a privateur. So I don't have the budget like the factory. So for me, it's going to GP, it means nothing.
You'd rather stay in Rally 2 and just race?
Yes, because in Rally 2 we are all like privateur. So we have all the same budget, all the same stuff, but it's a way less than the factory. So it's not the same battle. Before Dakar, I can't go training in the desert. So it's different. It's before the race, before Dakar, it's a different preparation between the GP and us in Rally 2. So that's why stay in Rally 2 for me. If I stay privateur, it's essential.
Awesome. Well, good luck for the last 2 days.
Thank you.
Have fun out there.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
It's good insight into Rally 2 sort of difference in Rally GP, which makes sense. Like Rally GP is the top, Rally 2 is up and coming.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, the guys, obviously, they're kind of doing it on their own. Their budgets are smaller. And so, yeah, they don't have the time to go training and do, you know, like we see the factory guys here in America doing road books, you know, 2 weeks before the rally in the desert, and then the whole team's here and they're flying over. So, yeah.
It sounds like he doesn't even get a ride in the desert at all until the rally comes around.
Yep.
Which is how I race motorcycles. Just show up.
Show up. And it's pretty funny, the contrast between him and Harith Noah, right?
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, it's getting very close. We have to push this and that. And, you know, and Harith is like, I don't know. I don't want to know. I just do my own race.
Sounds like he had a bit of a fuel issue earlier in the stage and lost 15 minutes.
All kinds of problems.
All kinds of problems.
Swing arm breaking and
tough stuff. Man. That's privateer life. Hey, let's actually hear from our man who's in the dark. We'll call him because he's got his blinders on. He doesn't want to know anything that's going on in the race. But we just interrupted that. Went to his motorhome and asked him what happened in his race.
He's got to have some suspicions now, I think.
Yeah, so we're just going to go ask him what his race went like.
You know how you went today.
Yeah, I do.
You had a good day. Talk us through it.
Yeah, pretty good. Started off not that great. I had a little arm pump, so I just like try to breathe and ride a little easy and look at the road book. And then after kilometer 50, it started opening up, like faster pists, and that's what I like. So I started pushing, and my goal was to just navigate and do my own thing. So I reached with some people. I just tried to pass them fast, but not too fast because it was super, super dusty. Sometimes I had to wait a long time. And yeah, and then I made it to the finish with almost close to no navigation mistake.
Did you know you were having a really good stage by the fuel break?
No,
you had no idea all day?
No idea all day. When I finished, the guy, because Sanders was still riding, so he's like, the guy who did the interview is like, your fourth scratch. Like, you mean Rally 2? And no, overall. I said, no, no way. So yeah, and on the liaison back here, I was like, that can't be possible, right?
And so what happened in the last 50K?
30. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I heard about that too, that I lost some time there. So I just felt like it was really tricky navigation. So I kind of like slowed down a little to make sure I was in the right place. So I guess that's how I lost it. I mean, but it's okay. I'm really pumped on how it went.
Yeah, you seem excited. Mason, get in here. Mason was a little upset that you didn't nail it.
Dude, I just sitting there waiting for it to update. It better stay first, right? And he comes in. I was like, all right, bonus time. Okay, I think it's bonus time. He didn't win. Whatever. But then it updated Sanders beat you. And I was like, dude, that guy was in your way the other day. It's like all games, you know, because you don't know who's trying to make money from their sponsor bonuses and who's trying to win the car. These guys are just messing with you, sitting in your way, making dust and stuff. And it's just like, it's way different from watching versus being the racer, you know?
So do you know what's happening in the overall yet?
No. So it's okay. Like for me,
he doesn't want to know.
I don't want to know, and like I said, like I'm just trying to ride every day as good as I can, and if I feel comfortable, I'll try to go fast, and if I feel like today morning when I had to like pump up, I just take it easy. Try to be safe. Of course, it's easier said than done, but yeah, that's always the plan.
Well, looks like your strategy worked for you today. Good luck for the next 2 days.
Thank you.
Didn't know we were going to get a cameo of Mason Klein in there.
Yeah, Mason had to jump in and tell him what's up.
Oh man, this guy's got it coming from all sides for him. He doesn't want to know anything, and Mason's just in there in his ear yelling at him. Come on, man, you got to win in front of these guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mason, for the impromptu addition.
So yeah, at the last waypoint 25, he was leading
the overall.
The overall on time. I mean, obviously that doesn't account for bonus time. But,
yeah, right.
So yeah, I think Mason was like probably freaking out that his buddy's
going to get a stage win,
right?
And he's like, he's going to do it. He's going to do it.
But that's cool. That's cool to see Mason there having a good time and hanging out with his friends.
Yep. Little bit more background on Harith. He 3-time moto and supercross champion in India. but doesn't really get a chance to do much desert stuff until he comes out over here and does road books with Mason. So it's it's working. Whatever Mason Klein is cooking, everybody's eating it and it's working over there.
There we go. Yeah. And I know Mason, I think Harith is very into his training, his physical training and preparation and stuff like that. So I think Mason's been learning some stuff from him as well. So they have a little balanced little game going on.
Yeah, Harith's got his head in the right spot, it seems. That's for sure.
Yeah, very cool.
Very cool. And also just cool to see the TVS Sherco team, being up there. Those bikes look really cool. I don't know much about that Sherco platform, but I mean, it looks great. Just like all Sherco bikes look pretty cool. So that one's pretty cool looking.
Yeah. Sherco's a French brand. And
like seeing different bikes out there.
Yeah, they've been coming up the last few years. And so it's neat to see them have a actual rally effort.
Yeah, very cool. Speaking of effort, we have our Malimoto, original by Motul guys, still out there cranking along. We got an interview with Tobias Ebster, the clear front runner in that class. Let's get a chat with him and see how his day's going after all these days of doing it on your own.
Tobias Ebster, Malimoto, still leading. How's it been going?
Very good. Only 2 days left. I'm leading by almost 2 hours. Rookie competition I'm leading also. So I'm just trying to finish it now. Tomorrow is still a long day, 480 kilometers, but so far so good, let's say. Had a great time here, big adventure. As I said, tomorrow again one more time, or let's say one more big time, and then hopefully I'm gonna be on the podium in Yambur.
You've had some sore ribs. Tell us the story.
Oh yes, like on day 2 I crashed, just in a right turn, and I cracked my rib. Yeah, with painkillers it is okay, but it hurts. It hurts a lot since day 2, so now I'm kind of used to it. And yeah, like every move or when I'm in the bed, it hurts. And also the wrist, like I broke my wrist like two months ago. I had surgery. You see, it's all swollen here. Without painkillers, it would not be possible. So yeah, it's a tough one, but I did it by myself, so I don't gonna complain. It's my adventure, my journey, so nothing to complain, let's say.
You got some really strong painkillers the other day, and
yes, that was very strange. I was really good. Like I was under, I think I was 17th or 18th overall, and then on the last 80 kilometers we had a refueling, and I took a painkiller, which I was not used to. So yeah, it was not so good for my body. I felt sick after, I don't know, 2 kilometers. I was confused. I had, my stomach was hurting. I had to go to the toilet. I was so unconcentrated. I made a big mistake, like in navigation-wise. So I lost a lot of time there, missed a waypoint, and did not crash, which was good. So yeah, it was not so good that I took this painkiller. But for now, I have the same as I always have, and I'm good.
The cure is worse than the disease in that case.
Sorry?
The cure is worse than the original problem, the painkillers.
Yes, that was definitely not helping me. Like, I was going so wrong. I really had to push myself under the helmet. Like, okay, good Tobias, you're such a good speed. You're such a good rider. Finish it. Only 20 kilometers, only 30 kilometers left. So I tried to put it down. Like, we had 80 kilometers. I was like, okay, 10 more than you're on 20. 20 more than you are on 40, something like that, yeah. So that I could just finish it, and yes.
Well,
didn't have any crash the last few days. I didn't risk it. I just wanna save this one, bring this one safe home. I had my highlight with stage 5 when I finished 9th overall and won the Rally 2 category. So nobody has done that before, so I'm super happy. And I also think nobody ever has been that high in the general overall rankings at the end of the rally. So yeah, try to make the best out of it and keep it home safe.
We're rooting for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
There's a very scary guy behind him on that truck, just staring at him. The graphic on the truck, he's just staring at him, watching every move of those Malimoto guys. I'm watching you.
Yes.
Great stuff from Toby.
Yeah, and
Very
Tobias,
cool.
he looks really good. He looks pretty fresh in his face. He doesn't look as beat down as a lot of the guys, which is pretty impressive for a Malimoto guy.
Yeah, Very, very impressive, I would say.
You know, and it's funny, you know, he talks about taking painkillers and we kind of joke about this because I spend a lot of time with the Austrians and Europeans in general, and in America we have a little different definition of a painkiller. So when he talks about painkillers, yeah, to them like Advil is
pretty serious,
a painkiller, and when you start taking something like Tylenol, it's like that's
getting weird,
getting gnarly, and yeah. So I always joke it's like for Americans, their painkillers is like vitamins for us.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
we
gosh.
we take them when we wake up in the morning.
This race,
serious painkiller is like
like a narcotic,
like
yeah.
heavy stuff. But
they're not used to that.
He probably had a Tylenol and it upset his stomach.
Well, I'm glad he doesn't need that. Like I would need that just to wake up in the morning at this point in the race. Let's get into two rankings. One, the Rally 2 ranking overall. We didn't really talk about that after those interviews. So here is Rally 2 after today's stage. That's today's stage rankings. General rankings, you know, Dumontier, we talked about 4 minutes and 31 seconds gap now to second place.
Yep.
And then 11 minutes back to third place. So really 11 minutes stacking this top three. That's reachable by any of these guys to get the win.
Yeah,
and
I would say so.
Podium is fairly safe there. It's another 10 minutes back to Bradley Cox. Bradley's got speed. And if he nails tomorrow's stage and the rough stuff, he could actually creep into this podium conversation really quickly.
Yeah, and Bradley hasn't been like, I don't know, he's just been kind of cruising along the last little bit, and I don't know if he's dealing with something, if he's got an issue or an injury or what it is, or just fatigue. But we haven't seen him making any big moves.
Yep.
So
could be time. Could be time for him to move, and he's not out of contention. So his strategy could be perfectly timed to be like, now is when I make my move. I'm going to that podium and maybe the win. Got to make 20 minutes up. That's a lot, but
we will
not
see.
Impossible. So that's cool Rally 2 stuff. I love it.
Yep. And, you know, another thing that happened today, which was pretty cool, is Sara Price in the side-by-side category.
Very, very cool result.
Won the stage, which is actually only the third woman to ever win a stage at Dakar.
Yes.
And the first American woman.
Yeah. And Ricky Brabec's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Literally the Brabec Price power vacuum at Dakar right now is blowing people away. Like you can't write that they both get stage wins. It's Ricky's first of the rally. Sarah's first in her career. And she's the only third woman ever to win a stage in Dakar Rally in any classification.
Yeah.
Trucks, bikes, airplanes, whatever.
Yeah. So really cool. And I think we got a quote from her coming up. So
yeah, we'll play the
good.
Sara Price
trying
bit.
to get this in.
Yeah.
We got Sara Price here. We've only got her for a couple minutes because she's going to get a fine if she misses her medal presentation. How was your day?
Today was absolutely awesome. Our strategic play was we needed to push today, and we did exactly that. And in the process, we got a stage win, which was absolutely insane and awesome. But yeah, I'm the third female ever to win a Dakar stage, and then the first American female. So some history making moves that were made today. So super pumped on that. Proud of my team. My navigator Jay absolutely killed it in the right seat, and yeah, I can't be more pumped. We still have 2 more days of Dakar. We're currently in second overall. We're 20 minutes out, so we have a little ways. I think all we can do is sit back and see if they have an issue. So tomorrow's going to be a tough stage.
This is your first Dakar. Did you have goals like this? How's it played out for you?
This is my first Dakar. It's taken me since 2015 to figure out how to get here, so it's been a long road to get here. I worked my butt off, honestly, to be as prepared as possible. And my goals weren't to necessarily win. If winning happened would be awesome, but to be in this position is really kind of crazy. Like a podium I would just be stoked for, absolutely pumped for. But yeah, now to be kind of in the hunt and kind of have that idea in my head is just insane to think about, but grateful for sure.
Right on. And has it been everything you expected? Hotter, crazier, different?
Kind of what I expected. I put my expectations very high for how hard it would be. So Yeah, it's been very difficult. I think also maybe more than I expected, just in the sense of like, for instance, the 48-hour chrono. That was pretty brutal and that was gnarly. Like to go through that many dunes for that long, like I didn't even know that was like existent in the world. But yeah, it's been a crazy experience. A lot of stuff that like kind of throws you for loops here.
And I guess while we have you, Ricky's on top. How's he doing? Have you seen him much?
I just saw him actually after I got done with the stage. He was in there recouping and recovering. So yeah, I got to see him. He's doing good. He's in a very big pressure spot too. So he has 2 days to kind of make it happen, and I know he will. So he's very talented, and he knows what to do.
Well, it seems like you know what to do, so we'll see how these last 2 stages go. And nice work till now, and good luck for the rest.
Thank you.
That was so cool. Thank you so much. We're really proud to be Americans today in the rally. We got 2 stage wins. We got, you know, the SSV category, which we admittedly don't talk about that much because honestly, there's just too much motorcycle stuff to talk about.
We're
biased.
We're a little bit biased, but
now we're going to start paying attention.
Right. And
our American girl's winning.
Yeah, and Sarah's sitting second in the general classification, so that's pretty rad. She
could really make some history if she can.
She's about 20 minutes behind
that gap up.
Xavier Desultre,
which was a motorcycle competitor for the last few years. We've covered him. And
Exactly.
and 20 minutes in the cars, like if you get a puncture, it takes you 20 minutes to change a tire on those things, right?
Maybe it takes you 20 minutes to change the tire.
Take me 2 days.
I think
Sarah Price probably does that in like 3 minutes.
Let's hope these co-drivers are faster than that and can get a tire changed quicker.
I'm just saying it's a 4-wheel vehicle. There's twice as many problems.
A lot can happen in these things. I mean, they got belts, they got freaking spindles and
transmissions and
just stuff that's always breaking.
Well, she managed to pull it through, and she's sitting in a great spot. And we're really proud of her. Great story. Thank you so much. Tomorrow's stage is coming up, stage 11. We've talked about it. It's going to be nasty.
We haven't talked about our sponsors,
but we got to talk about our sponsors
in a while
first.
So that's
so excited today.
Important stuff. Jesse is
to get into the race,
bouncing off the walls today, but
I've only had 1 coffee too.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try to take care of some business.
We can. I'm wearing a Climb shirt today because Climb's our title sponsor. Climb Technical Riding Gear. You know where to find it. It's climb.com. Just like every other business in the world, it's their name.com. That's the website.
Yeah.
You go there and you check out their stuff.
You don't have to be a genius to find stuff anymore, right?
Come on, people.
Just
work
type
with
it
us
in
here.
the machine
and tell them you heard about them from Dakar Rally Daily and you'd like to buy some product from them.
Yeah, it's easy.
Super easy. Our OEM sponsor today is KTM. Quinn did it again. He wore his KTM shirt on KTM Day. Very proud of you. Quick jump to the end of our sponsor list. Peak Design hooked Quinn up with his own tripod and case, his own motorcycle mounts. And part of the deal here is if I get you a Peak Design case, you get me a gas shirt. And I don't have a gas jacket.
I'll bring you one tomorrow.
I have Daniel Sanders gas
I got
jacket.
you that. That's worth more than a.
That's cooler.
I mean, come on,
Daniel Sanders in the background. So thanks, Peak Design. Thank you, Peak Design, for hooking Quinn up. Now he has this cool Peak Design stuff. Good job, Quinn.
Thank you.
Rally Navigator, we've talked to you about them. If you didn't catch yesterday's episode, Jake Argebright goes through a road book for a couple kilometers and gives you an insight into all the notes and stuff. We actually have a longer version of that. I'm going to post separately where Jake really gets into more details.
Yes.
And Quinn has a comment about Jake.
Oh, we missed. Got a great opportunity to make fun of Jake yesterday because after he gave us his class in navigation, we looked at the results and he actually got a 15-minute penalty for missing a waypoint. So,
which is just mean.
God, I hope it wasn't that waypoint that he was showing us on the book.
I hope it wasn't the road book note that he was talking about.
But
where
pretty funny. We forgot to give him a hard time. So anyway,
we missed the opportunity.
Good job, Jake.
To tease you. But thank you for the insight. That was nice for you to
get
give
back
us,
on Rally Navigator and keep training.
Learn those notes. Moto-minded, great headlight accessories for your bikes, switches that are bomb-proof. Moto-minded makes some great stuff, including a bolt-on rally navigation tower you can put on any dirt bike.
Yeah.
Any modern dirt bike. You can't put it on a vintage bike.
On your enduro bike. And
slap it on your enduro bike.
Basically made for modern KTMs, I believe.
Yep.
So
get a big fuel tank and go do some rallies with your Rally Navigator app and like a tablet. That's all you need. You don't need all this fancy stuff anymore.
Yes.
Giant Loop Moto makes great bags and accessories for your motorcycle. Please check them out at Giant Loop Moto. And then Fast Company. These guys making really good handlebars, control components. They also make like brake clevis, free plate eliminators, and torque wrenches for your spokes, which every factory team uses. Like the crew up there in Utah, they're making great stuff.
If you don't have a spoke torque wrench, you need one, because that
you're
is
doing
probably,
it wrong if you don't have one.
For so many years, I just did it the old-fashioned way, and then when I got the spoke torque wrench, I'm like, oh my god,
I've been doing this wrong forever.
I screwed up so many wheels.
Yeah, just get one. It's worth it, and it lasts forever. And they recalibrate it for free.
Yeah,
you just send it to them and they check it. And also, they don't go out of calibration apparently.
No, they last forever.
They check them for free, I should say. They don't have to adjust them. High Desert Adventures, that's Ace up there in Oregon. Thanks, Ace, for jumping on board and supporting us. We want to send people your way. Ace can hook you up with a Central Oregon adventure dual sport ride, Mexico. If you want to race Sonora Rally, you want to race a other rally somewhere, he's got bikes and team to get you there.
He will take care of you.
Jimmy Lewis Off-Road, you should probably go see him if you're going to go do a rally race, or if you just want to get better at riding your dirt bike, go to jimmylewisoffroad.com.
Jimmy will abuse you. Or he can abuse you online now too. I think he's been doing some online training courses. So
he's expanded his ability to be abused. Yeah, just
give him a call.
Sign him up. He'll heckle you on the internet.
There we go.
And then Takamoto, Takamoto gets you all the parts you need on your bike, including tuners. Like they got some hot rods up there.
Yeah,
hot rods. And then Peak Design. Thanks, Peak. Got a Peak Design sticker on my mic today. Really representing.
All right.
Thanks to everybody. Let's get into stage 11. It's
yes, sir.
It's a beast. This stage is going to be tough. Ricky said he's going to use some energy tomorrow to try to pad his lead, and it's going to be hard out there because he has, if you're looking at the screen, he's got a big route. This map's actually turned on its side, so that's not an east to west route. It's a north to south route.
Yeah, we were a little bit confused by the map, and then you can see the exclamation point up next to the compass there if you're watching on YouTube.
But it's got zero liaison. They're going to start pretty much cold in the morning. Well, it's later in the morning. They leave at 7 a.m. Still chilly. They don't get a lot of time on the bike. They got to jump into a selective section, which is the timed special test for 420 kilometers.
Yeah, this is the big one that they were kind of looking towards, and what Ricky was claiming he was setting himself up to.
Yeah,
and now he's got to lead it out.
Yeah, it's go time for Ricky. This is going to be really, really challenging to maintain a lead at and gain a lead like he said he wants to.
Yep. And from what the guys are saying, this is basically the same area where Mason Klein won the stage last year. It was really rocky and rough, and the one that guys were complaining that was the hardest stage ever in a Dakar.
Dangerous.
Yep. Dangerous, rough, rocky, hidden rocks, stuff like that.
Yeah, people were shaking their head at the end of it last year going, why is that there?
This definitely plays into Ricky's favor as far as the terrain goes. Mm-hmm. Opening the stage, maybe not so much, but hey.
He does have his teammates really close to him. I mean, he's got Nacho and Adrien right there in the morning that if they catch him, they can ride together, share responsibilities, minimize damage, and gather as many bonus points as possible.
Yeah.
Which is a great strategy to have, but not guaranteed to keep you in the lead.
I think Ricky just needs to try to do it on his own. He just needs to get out there, collect as many bonus points as he can, and open the stage and navigate perfectly.
Sounds really hard.
Super easy. Super easy. Just if Ricky, you're listening, just do that.
Okay, I'll try that. That was easier. I should have done that since stage 1.
Yes.
Well, that might be the decisive stage. We might have a clear view of who's going to have the favorable position to win this rally at the end of tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because right now it's too close.
So you're going to have to get on chainslayer.com/Dakar, play the fantasy derby.
Please do. You can win a Gas e-bicycle Moto 1 bike. You can win a Get ECU for your dirt bike from Taco Moto. You can win a set of double take mirrors for your dual sport bike. You can win a bunch of other swag. We got parts and pieces trickling in for everybody. So we're going to see how many people we can pay out for playing this fake game. We're going to pay you with real prizes for winning with fake money.
And I got slaughtered once again.
Oh yeah,
the fantasy derby.
The story's the same every day.
I don't know. I may have beat you, but I definitely I finished 68th on the stage.
I mean, you say slaughtered, but 68th is
Yeah, I mean,
My
it's top
average.
100.
That's not bad.
Yeah. I got one guy.
Yeah. Who was it?
It was Rui Goncalves.
Wow.
I bet $1 for 11th place.
And you got 11.
I had $1 left, and so I'm like, let's throw it on this guy.
Good thing.
It paid off for me.
Good thing you didn't forget about Rui.
But I did not expect, I will admit, I did not expect Ricky Brabec to win the stage today. I did not expect Adrien or any of these guys to be.
We thought there'd be a little shift at the top.
Yep. So, is what it is. But that's why it's so much fun to play this game and compare with your friends.
Yep. How bad you are at guessing things. So please jump in, play that with us. It's free.
It's presented by Moto Minded.
Yeah, thank you, Moto Minded.
To thank Moto Minded for keeping this game rolling.
Keeping the
for
lights on
year.
at the Dakar Rally Daily Fantasy Derby. Well, we'll be here back tomorrow morning with the lights on again and with our popcorn in hand. It's going to be a tough night tonight watching these results tick into my phone in the middle of the night and not wake up and look at them.
Yeah.
I'll probably wake up.
I stopped doing that. I just go to sleep, wake up in the morning.
Absorb it all.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us again. We are happy to do this every day, and it's almost done. So stay tuned. More coming up. We're going to start the show off today by asking ChatGPT who's going to win the Dakar Rally again. Quinn, please control the AI.
So Ricky Brabec won stage 10 of the Dakar Rally today. Do you think he's going to win the overall?
That's great news for Ricky Brabec. Winning a stage in the Dakar Rally is a significant achievement.
It is.
Considering how challenging and competitive the event is.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
If you're following the race closely, you'll know that each stage win can really impact the overall standings. How do you think this will affect the rest of his race?
Wait, is it asking us questions now?
So you're trying to learn from us? Is that what I hear? You should listen to the Dakar Rally Daily podcast and then tell us who you think's going to win tomorrow.
I can't listen to podcasts or access real-time updates like the Dakar Rally Daily podcast.
Oh, that sucks for you.
I can help you find the latest news or analyze the current standings and trends in the Dakar Rally to discuss potential outcomes. Would you like me to search for the latest news on the Dakar Rally for you?
No, I want you to tell us if Ricky Brabec is going to win the Dakar Rally this year.
That's all we care about.
Predicting the outcome of an event as dynamic and challenging as the Dakar Rally is tricky, especially since it depends on a
the same
multitude
answer
of factors,
yesterday.
like performance, terrain,
This isn't good enough.
equipment reliability, and sometimes even a bit of luck. Ricky Brabec's recent stage win certainly demonstrates his skill and competitiveness, which could indicate strong potential for overall success. However, the Dakar Rally is known for its unpredictability. Factors such as upcoming stages' difficulty, the performance of other competitors, and unforeseen circumstances can all influence the final outcome. Given these variables, it's not possible to say with certainty whether Ricky Brabec will win the Dakar Rally this year, but his current performance shows he's a strong contender.
We already knew that.
He is.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, AI.
Thank you, robots.
ChatGPT.
For nothing.
Yeah. And he can't listen to podcasts, so he's basically useless.
Yeah. Get with it, bro.
AI
Podcasts are the coolest.
Yeah, that's where you get all the relevant information.
Yeah, for sure. It's where I get all my conspiracy information is podcasts. We need to come up with more conspiracies on this show. More deep conspiracies. There's got to be something going on today.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I wonder if you can skim forums. I know we got lots of conspiracy theories on the forums.
Yeah, let's get into the forum world.
Yeah. No.
All right. Now the real show starts.